I brought also cock stickers. I'm gonna leave. I just found out Ethan Ralph is a big fan of my show.
Jesse P.S. is legitimately the world's greatest guy.
I'm just gonna leave him a sticker. No big deal.
Jesse P.S. can rot in hell, and I hope he fucking dies in a ditch.
I'm not.
He actually showed up in my house.
There's his house right there. Feel free to look up his address.
And I really invite him to come back to 1509 Bengal Drive here in Richmond, Virginia, you fucking piece of shit.
I just wanted to bring him some stickers. I'm a really big fan. He didn't like that.
We went to Ethan Ralph's mom's old house and we left some dead flowers and an entire bouquet of Also Cox stickers for her.
Did I suck your dick? And he's like, yes. I fucking said no.
Whoa!
Guns.
You know what's wrong? They're following me from the internet to do nothing for me.
Christian, what's up? Ethan, I brought you stickers! Yeah! Ethan! Merge the dimensions! Merge the dimensions, Chris!
It's happening now. We're on the burn.
The merge! It's happening right now. The beginning of an era. Goodbye, Chris. Wherever your next journey takes you.
By the way, Jesse P.S., I heard your junkie brother died, and I'm definitely going to go piss on his grave.
My brother's funeral was today. And the thing about Ethan is, his oink is worse than his bite. So it went from, I'm going to piss on your brother's grave, to Jesse doesn't have a brother.
There's his truck. And right there is the Also Cox sticker with potawful.com on it that Ethan hasn't seen for his entire halfway across the country trip back home. So every single person on his way back saw potawful.com and Also Cox on his card. So I just want to take this time to say this. April Fool's done. We aborted the retort.
Can I get these handcuffs off? Because this is kind of...
very serious.
Okay.
I went to jail. We've got a lot to catch up on. A whole lot. But I just want to say this. Happy Easter. And the reason I'm saying that for the first time in years is because while I was in jail, I actually found religion. And I'd like to tell you about it. Sorry. Let's go bully the internet. This is Pod Awful.
Pod Awful sucks.
The dark future is here, get out of here. The internet is screwed. From the space on the moon, Jesse bullies the goons. Pod Awful's watching you.
True.
Welcome, everybody, to Pod Awful. I am your host, Jesse P.S. Thank you so much for joining me, and this is a little bit of an Easter special, actually. Like I said, I found religion while I was in jail. I'm going to tell you all about that. We have so much to catch up on, so many things to go over, so many things that haven't actually happened in the podcast. We've been gone for a little while. And because I was in jail for a day and all this stuff with my brother. And yes, let me just start this off by saying sorry. Okay. Yeah, I pulled a bit of a prank. My brother and I pulled a bit of a prank. And yes, Jeff is still alive. So listen, it's Easter weekend. He is risen. He rose again on this day, and I don't know what to tell you. A lot of people sent me very nice, very kind things. They told me their stories about their dead relatives and all sorts of stuff. In fact, I'm still getting those messages because some people haven't seen the big reveal. So just in case you haven't seen or heard the big reveal, here's the big reveal where I went to Ethan's house one last time, and Ethan, I do promise it's the last time, okay? In fact, this might be the last time for a lot of things. I went there one last time because he was saying he was going to piss on my brother's grave, and I got a little bit pissed off.
I believe, technically speaking, I am now the only man to have ever aborted the retort.
And that's true, by the way. I did, because the result of this prank, of all of these machinations that I've been going through, going to the bowling alley, the dead brother thing, the airport, all of these posts. If you haven't seen all the videos lately on the channel, go to our YouTube channel. Awful.tube is the short link. Awful.tube will get you there, and check out all the live streams to keep up with the storyline. A lot has been going on, but what did it all amount to? I'll tell you what it amounted to. It amounted to me being the first, and I believe only man ever, to have officially aborted the retort. It is true, Ethan.
It's not true.
No, it is true.
Sad! Pathetic!
That one might be true as well. It might be sad and pathetic, but I promise you, I'm the guy who did it. Even Ralph, he was talking a big game for a couple weeks. He was like, oh, I'm going to piss on your brother's grave. I hate your brother. He just made up that my brother's a junkie. I don't remember ever saying he was a junkie. What if he died in a car crash? Somebody asked me, how did your brother die? I said he got hit by a car. They were like, let's see the toxicology. Oh, yeah, okay, let me go grab that for you. He was hit by a drunk driver, and it was on camera, and it was definitely the other guy's fault. He was in the wrong lane going 80, and the guy was like, I still want to see if he's a drunk. I want to know if he's on drugs. This guy, by the way, was defending Ethan by saying this. Meanwhile, Ethan, one pill certainly does make you larger. So Ethan, I don't know if he got word. I don't know if he figured out something that my brother's not dead. Somebody came along to him and told him something. It might have been PPP. This is retard, ruining the bit, by the way. So certain people knew my brother was not dead. Okay. Certain people knew this. And through a game of telephone of telling the wrong people, PPP finds out that it's a prank. And PPP goes on Twisted Mind, which is not Twisted Mind, Kino Casino. He goes on Kino Casino, and Andy isn't there to tard wrangle him. Listen, I like PPP, but come on. He's an adult man who likes wrestling. So nobody's there to tell him no on this. And he starts blabbing that, oh, Ethan's fallen for it. The gun fell for Jesse's prank. Why did you fall for his prank? Fucking Jesse. Hey, shut up. Let him do the show about the brother. So he never did the show about the brother. But it turns out that's actually better in a way, because here's what happened. PPP, in this sick, twisted game of telephone, he hears that my brother didn't die. He interprets that as, I don't have a brother. So he says that. I believe what happened is Ethan Ralph heard PPP say this. And so Ethan Ralph's like, I know he don't have a brother. I done my research. I love it when he pretends like he does research. Your research is watching Tucker. And so far, I haven't been on there. I'm not Chris Chan, but you might end up on there one day. Imagine watching Ethan Ralph on Tucker Carlson and then watching Ethan Ralph on Tucker Carlson. It's going to happen. One day, we're getting close. The dimensional merge is upon us. So I think he heard PPP say this, and he just said, well, that's real. PPP must know. Like, I'm friends with PPP. Like, me and PPP sit around. We're in the teacher's lounge of the internet. And we're like, oh, man, you got Ethan in your class? Oh, yeah, I got Ethan in my class. He's a troubled one. Yeah, he is. Anyway, he's buying this thing about my brother. Oh, yeah. And then he goes and tells Ethan. So I don't know. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know how he thinks this works. PPP doesn't know anything about my life. I have multiple siblings. And Ethan was out there going, this guy's he don't got a brother. He ain't got no sister.
It's not true.
It's not true. I do. Yeah, maybe I don't talk about him often, but that's because I'm an internet man doing a show. I'm talking about Ethan Ralph, for crying out loud. So Ethan decides he's not going to do the big show about my junky dead brother. Now, meanwhile, the reality of why he didn't do it, what was really going on behind the scenes, was I tweeted out a little certain something, and I'm going to show you the rest of this in a second. I tweeted out something. I said, what if I told you? Well, actually, I didn't quite say that. A lot of people are mad about this tweet. I said, what if told you the Chagget footage has been obtained from his deleted files folder? Okay, and here's the tweet. You can see it. This is the live page for the tweet. What if told you the Chagget footage has been obtained from the deleted files folder? I tweeted. Now, the Kiwi farmers, the internet, the anti-Ethan people, whoever, they're furious with me for not releasing this footage. They said, I'm out there claiming I've got, oh, it's another gay op from Jesse. He's claiming I didn't claim I had the footage. I didn't even say I in this tweet. I said, what if? Now, this is once again, by the way, the anger, the vitriol I've had from people over this tweet proves my point once again that gay ops is just a word for I got trolled. Because these people, I wasn't even trying to troll anyone. I just said, what if? I just like to throw, sometimes what I do is I throw a couple breadcrumbs down and I go, let's see what follows the trail. Let's see what shows up. Every once in a while, a bear shows up. I'm attacked. Sometimes I get a nice little bit of game and I can fill my belly. And about, I'd say 80% of the time, fucking nothing happens. But something happened. We got a bite on this breadcrumb trail. Ethan Ralph saw this and he started freaking out about it. He's like, wait a second, the head stomping footage is out there? The thing that could put me away forever? And I let him think this. I might have played it up a little bit, but I never claimed I had it. You guys, if you can't read, that's on you. Let me read this to you one more time, okay? What if told you the Chagget footage has been obtained from his deleted files folder? That doesn't even say that, like, it was obtained by me. There's nothing. There's no subject to the sentence. Who obtained it? What if? What, do you think that, Deadpool is actually Spider-Man in the What If comic? So anyway, I don't know why everybody got so mad about that one. It was a what if, but it fooled Ethan. And Ethan got scared. And Ethan decided maybe it'd be a bad idea to mess with Jesse PS and his bro. The bro that he claims he no longer believes in at this point. So he decided to cancel fully his Killstream show from Wednesday. Now, why didn't you just do something else? I mean, most of your show is just going on and playing clips from other people. You don't do anything. Just make a show happen. He was out. His entire show was planned around the fake death of my brother. And he didn't know what to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think officially speaking, that means I aborted the retort. Of course, it got much, much more embarrassing for him as the prank went on.
And it's all thanks to Jeff. So I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Jeff the proper way.
My twin brother, Jeff.
With a little bit of a prank. Jeff.
Now, this was all in the works from the beginning. The timing of all of this stuff, sending the guys at the bowling alley, going to the Kingpin tournament, whatever it was, all of this stuff. It was all to lead to this. I'd been on a mission for over a year now to give Ethan Ralph some stickers. You know I'm obsessed with this. I just want him to own some stickers.
Jeff and I would always play pranks on each other. And I
want to be clear. I did not ask anybody. I didn't do this thing. I think Ethan got his wires crossed a little bit. He didn't fully watch this. He didn't fully understand what was happening in this video. I didn't do it. I just documented it.
Well, I think this is an interesting one. You see, as you guys know, I went out to the bowling event the other day. And, well, anyway, I just want to share something with you. I honestly can't believe this is the case. This is crazy to me. But
so this was the day of my brother's funeral. According to the lore, This was the day I was burying my brother. This is why I was back in Virginia. This is why I was at the airport. I was there to lay to rest my twin brother, Jeff.
Here's the caliber of guy that's messing with me.
I have no idea why the audio was all left channel. I apologize if you're listening with just one earbud right now. I'm not really sure how that happened in a live stream.
There's his truck, and right there is the Also Cox sticker with podawful.com on it.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. Ethan got his sticker. A sticky situation indeed. And of course, my favorite part of this is it had been on there since Dallas.
That Ethan hasn't seen for his entire halfway across the country trip back home. So every single person on his way back saw podawful.com and Also Cox on his car. So I just want to take this time to say this.
April Fool's Gunt.
We aborted the retort.
We avoided the retort. My brother, Jeff, everybody, and a special thanks to Mr. Medicare for wishing him an RIP.
Rest in peace, Jeff.
Thank you, Mr. Medicare. One more time for me.
Rest in peace, Jeff.
Thank you, Mr. Medicare.
Rest in peace, Jeff.
And you know what? Just in ccase, in the future, when you finally pass from your Crowder-David's disease, let me just get this out there so people can clip it. Rest in peace, Medicare. What is he called? Jim? Rest in peace, Jim. Okay, there you go. Rest in peace, Jim.
Rest in peace, Jeff.
No, rest in peace, Jim, please.
Rest in peace, Jeff.
The world's untrickable man, ladies and gentlemen. He cannot be tricked. It's just impossible. So that was a lot of fun. And I thought, oh boy, howdy. Didn't we have a blast with that one? I reveal the brother is alive. I reveal the sticker on the truck. Everybody has a little bit of a laugh, and it's just a good time, you know. And then there's the people who think that that is gay ops. And it's strange, the people who think that. You know, the farmers, when they think it, it's very odd to me. I don't exactly understand how, like, your whole thing is that you like monitoring lol cows, but you call yourselves farmers. Well, they're not cows unless you milk them. You're not the farmer. You're the farmer's wife. You're standing there in the farmhouse watching the barn going, I wonder if he got that milk. You're waiting for the milk. You want to see the milk. Heck, you probably want to bake a cake with the milk or something. I don't know. But I'm the guy putting on the gloves, going out there every morning, breaking a sweat, breaking my back, going, pulling the udders. And it turns out, by the way, Ethan Ralph has 4 udders. We'll get into that in a little bit. So I had no idea that people would be so against this. And I certainly didn't realize that people would use this very silly, very naive and dumb and innocent prank to then springboard off of and do something extremely heinous and something that I'm against, something that I hate. Ethan Ralph got swatted. Not only did he get swatted, by the way, almost immediately after this whole prank was revealed, not only did he get swatted, he got swatted multiple times. Now, here's an interesting thing. I believe Ethan bought a camera for his home as the result of me showing up to his house again. He's never put out any footage of me going up to the house. I have to assume he didn't have the camera before, but he did have a camera when the police showed up. And wouldn't you know it, the police, the dispatch was on their radios, and Jesse gets a little bit of a mention. There's actually a few interesting things in this one. Here's Ethan getting swatted, and let me be clear, I agree that this is gay ops. This is not a prank. This is not trolling. I loved the thing where Ethan got a shout out on the news about his birthday. That was very fun, very lighthearted, and old school. I enjoyed that. I also enjoy the IRL stuff. But this, someone could die. That's not a prank. You're wasting the time of people who need to be out there doing real things. And I don't know if you've seen Ethan's Neighborhood. There's real crimes to stop. They're going to take this seriously. I guarantee you that house across the street, they've been there before for similar things. So let's take a look. This is Ethan getting swatted.
I do hear some noises inside.
So immediately, the guy is sure that's some confirmation bias going on there. He's like, I hear some noises inside, so obviously someone is shot and bleeding and dying. Bang, 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 bang. These guys didn't bring finger guns either, by the way.
Sounds like a dog and a male. Can you come to the door?
So Ethan's standing at the window, just like when I showed up with the diapers. Ethan's there at the window just staring out like, oh, fuck. He's in the middle of doing the kill stream, too.
If you have him still on the line, you can tell him to open the door, please.
This is God's plan. And more cops are showing up. There's his truck. I wonder, by the way, I think this is the next day. I wonder if the sticker is still on there or not. What I hope is he left the sticker on, by the way. It's a gift. Leave the sticker on, Ethan. It's a nice sticker. Okay, now this is crazy. So now there's a little bit of a cut there, and now there are cops standing behind Ethan's truck using it for cover. So just in case Ethan starts blasting, he has to shoot his own truck in order to kill the cops. That very smart of him, by the way. He wouldn't do it. That truck cost him everything. One of them is standing, by the way. I don't know if you see this. He's right there at the also cock sticker. He's using it for protection. He knows that if a bullet were to find its way toward that sticker, God would deflect it and he would be safe. So Ethan's dog is losing it. Aim, 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 they say in the chat room.
Shut the door.
Nobody's hurt, dude.
All right.
There's nobody
I'm
hurt.
just going to put you in handcuffs just for a second. Right?
Just for a second. I'm just going to put you in handcuffs for a second. Don't worry about it. It's just a light handcuffing. Nobody's ever been hurt by a handcuff, except for a guy who probably can't reach around his own back. It might hurt a little bit then. So, by the way, I just realized I didn't say hi to everybody. Hello, chat. Let's say hi to the chat real quick. Do I have a button to look at the chat? There's the chat. What are they saying in the chat room? We're live as we are every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time over at awful.tube. We're also live on Wednesdays in the Pizza Fund, podawful.pizza. They're saying LMAO, ha 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 ha, that's pantsu, pulled pork, honey glazed bullets, woo-hoo, gonna need to double cuff the gunt.
It's not true.
Happy to be here, people say. Thank you guys for joining me. Very happy to have you. So Ethan is going to talk to the cops a little bit. He's going to settle them down. He's very worried about one thing, but we have to listen carefully to the dispatcher because the dispatcher is going to say something very interesting. In fact, two things that are extremely interesting, and I'm pretty sure nobody else has caught this thing yet. I haven't seen it, so let's take a look.
Yeah, nobody's shot inside here.
Okay, just put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
You're not under arrest.
Okay.
By the way, I don't think it's probably just a bad idea to say nobody's shot inside here. How does he even know that's what was called in? Did he hear them say it? Is he just taking a stab in the dark? Yeah, no, trust me, there's no dead bodies. The last thing you want to say to a police officer. I guarantee you, officer, nobody is bleeding out. In fact, we don't have minutes left before they're gone, before the light leaves their eyes. No, just wait here.
But just be careful, my dog's in there. I don't want you. Don't shoot my dog.
We're not going to shoot your
Nobody's
dog.
hurt inside.
And see, don't shoot my dog. I have a dog. Listen, that's very sad to me. This is why swatting is not funny, because they get their dogs shot over this kind of stuff. How is this funny? Now, it turns out the cozy.tv, Nick Fuentes and all his guys, apparently for the past week, they've all been swatted. Baked Alaska, Nick Fuentes, everybody on that network. And I think Ethan is just the next victim in line for this terrible attack. Who knows who's doing it? Unfortunately, the cops didn't know who was doing it either. We'll come to that in a second.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, 211 Bravo.
Just please don't shoot my dog, sir.
Are you by yourself?
My fiance was here a few minutes ago, but
Just don't shoot my dog.
He was about to say noble steed. If you listen very carefully, he almost said noble steed, and then he thought of the word fiance.
Anybody else in the house?
I think I hear her galloping down. Here she comes.
She was here a few minutes ago. I'm live on air right now. I haven't.
They don't know what that means. I'm live on air right now. Okay, crazy man. Well, just come to the paddy wagon for us.
Been downstairs to check. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're live on air too. Whatever you say, Maury Povich.
Okay. So you're upstairs right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, you're upstairs right now? No, he's not. He's downstairs. You're talking to him. What do you mean? He's right in front of you.
He shot inside.
Wow, this is Sherlock Holmes, Spurglock Holmes is on the case here.
Okay. Good. We're just gonna make sure, then we'll be out of here. Okay.
Okay.
You can understand the seriousness.
Well, yeah, but this is kind of crazy. I've been swatted a few times here before. That's
You don't, again, another thing, you don't want to say, we went over this in the bowling stream. Don't tell cops you know what swatting is. You don't need a reason for them to think a little bit harder about what's going on.
Can there not be some kind of...
They're going to look in their record. They're going to look you up, and they're going to see you punched out a lady cop, and they're not going to be happy. They're going to see that you're a sex offender. They're not going to be happy.
You have
Don't
been?
shoot my dog. Yeah.
You've been, what would they call them and say?
They said, I don't remember. Somebody was downstairs. They tried to say in the basement or something.
So the previous swatting attempts on Ethan's life involved a hostage in the basement, some sort of dungeon. And by the way, you look at Ethan. If Ethan Ralph answers the door, keep in mind he's got his sunglasses on. He's hiding the puffiness of his orbital bones. You would look at that and you go, oh yeah, I could see that. In fact, you would maybe think he's currently wearing the skin of whoever is in the basement. It's not like you would question it. Not in this neighborhood.
Don't shoot my dog, please.
Okay,
Yeah, we got it. We're not going to shoot the dog, okay? I think at this point you can be certain the dog won't be shot.
Nobody hurt.
What type of dog does he even have? Is it like a Shih Tzu? I'm pretty sure it's only the vicious ones.
Shoot your dog, brother. No one's gonna shoot your dog.
What the fuck, man? This is crazy.
I assume he has a Shih Tzu because, well, we all know Ethan's proclivities.
There's nobody fucking...
Other call from the
Okay, all right, here it is. Here's the dispatch. You're going to hear the lady. She's saying, she's talking about other calls they've gotten about the same address. Now, listen to this. It's hard to make out everything.
other calls from this address since February are disorderly and of vandalism.
Okay. I believe what she says there is the other calls for this address since February are a disorderly and vandalism. Now, I have a feeling I know what the call about vandalism is. Just a hunch. Call it a hunch. What is the disorderly? And by the way, it can't be me going with the diapers. My first thought was, wait, is that about me going with the diapers? But no, it can't be, because that happened in January. She's saying calls since February. Something in February happened. Do we know about a police incident with Ethan Ralph in February? If we don't, I think we just found out about one. I have a feeling Ethan might be hiding a little something that happened. Maybe some sort of dispute, some sort of disturbance, and not a Jesse-related one. The vandalism one is very funny, though. Ha ha ha. That's me. Now, again, I didn't vandalize anything. Somebody in Dallas put that sticker on his truck and then drove. He drove all the way back with the sticker on. I had to go check to see if it was even still there. I didn't know for sure it was. I assumed he had found it and taken it off at that point. I didn't vandalize anything, and you will come to find that the cops agree with me on this. But let's keep listening. What is the disorderly charge? That's the question now.
Yeah, because somebody came by my house the other day broadcasting.
See? What broadcasting? He says somebody came by my house. He thinks he's a broadcaster. Wow, Tom Brokaw. Imagine Tom Brokaw being like, I believe Dan Rather came by today broadcasting outside my house. Call the police, honey. Mabel, call the cops. Channel 6 news team was outside. They're broadcasting. So, I don't know what the cops think when they hear something like that. A guy came by broadcasting, but he's talking about me the day before. That is not, he is purposefully ignoring the disorderly. He's got to be. Again, why are they saying since February?
Live on air.
Live on air, he
They're
said.
cleaning it right now. I think everything's false alarm. So thanks.
Gunter Cronkite, they're calling him in the chat. Girth casting. Arrest him! Arrest him! Wow. Well, they did.
Can I get these handcuffs off? Because this is kind of...
Very soon.
Okay.
Very soon.
Very soon. Nah, let's not do it right away. They literally just said it's a false alarm. But they're like, let's hedge our bets here and make sure that he doesn't start a hollering too much. If he starts swinging, well, he might end up beat up. They don't want another George Floyd on their case. Gunt Floyd. Gorge Floyd. Thank you, everybody. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Thank you.
Called and they said trespassing.
Yeah,
it wasn't like this type of
came
incident.
up. Well, it happened last year because somebody said I had somebody in the basement down there, like torturing them or some shit.
And by the way, I believe 100% that that is actually true. Spread that. Listen, here's what's a fact. You're allowed to say this. It's a fact. Cops came to Ethan Ralph's house because they thought he had someone in the basement. You're allowed to say it. Had he just been to Arby's right before that? It remains to be seen.
Came and turned off my gas line.
Okay, my favorite part of that is for some reason the response to having somebody in his basement is they came and turned off his gas line.
Or some shit, and they came and turned off my gas line. Ethan Ralph.
Ethan.
They took one look at him and said, hey, he doesn't need any more gas. Listen, man, if we keep getting called out for this, you don't get to have gas.
Name's Kevin.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. I know you guys got to check it out, man.
Yeah, because believe it or not, these things have been real.
Wait, what? You mean cops get called out for real things? It's rare. Rarely do cops ever go out for actual crimes. Most crimes are just swattings.
Oh, well, yeah, well, and then plus you can't just say, oh, it's bogus, and then it ends up being real, and then they're like, why didn't the police check?
Wait, that's not plus. You just said the same thing he said. Ethan is so out of it. He's so nervous right now. And again, he's live on air. I'm live on air right now, broadcasting. So he's out of it. And the guy says, yeah, you know, we have to come out. We have to do this because sometimes it's real. And Ethan says, yeah, plus it could be real. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, deja vu, glitch in the Matrix.
So,
good. I can't do
yeah,
that.
I mean, I understand, but...
Do you? It seems like you do. It seems like you understand twice over somehow.
Cool. All right, I'm glad everything's good.
All right, you
man.
guys
Need
be
something.
good.
Everybody calls me Kev.
All right, Kev. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, we're done.
And this is how much he loves his cops. He loves his law enforcement. The guy, he tells him, everybody calls me Kev. And Ethan's like, all right, Kev. He likes that. You know he loves it when the cops are nice to him. Ethan is a little tiny boy. He never grew up. He's a 6-year-old boy. This is why he's still into wrestling as an adult. He wants to he wants to be a big boy and ride in the fire truck. Honk, honk. Can I honk the horn? Honk, honk. Wow, the firefighters, they actually were nice to me. The police like me. They said I can be a junior detective. Honk, honk. Mommy, can I ride in the dump truck? Maybe when you're trash, honey. And there they go. Richmond's finest, as he always calls them. Boy, they really had a handle on this one. Keep in mind, they came back 3 more times after this. And is that true?
It's not true.
Well, you're the one who claimed it, Ethan. Tell me, is it true?
That's not true.
It's got to be true. Listen, Ethan, I know that you're
sad, pathetic.
But I'm pretty sure they did. You had footage of it. Even the firefighters came out. And again, Ethan, firefighters come out to his house. When Ethan gets swatted, he's excited about it. He's like, oh, big truck, big truck. Yay! I saw the big truck. It went, vroom, vroom. Ooh. He loves it. Why do you think he wants to marry a horse? He wants to be like a little cowboy. Why does he include this part, by the way? He's including the part where the cops are just hanging out now and talking on his front yard. He wants to show everybody, like, see, me and the cops, we're cool. Listen, am I a sex offender, a creep, a pest? Did I punch a lady cop? Yes, all of that is true. But also, they love me. They think I'm actually neat. They said I'm really boss. All right, there you go. That's the video. So, what happened? How did I end up in jail? Well, it's not the way you think. It's certainly not the way most of the people out there, speaking of Spurglock Holmes, all of the internet detectives out there trying to figure out, wait, did he actually go to jail or not? You do understand I was only in town to see my brother, right? I don't live there. So, I don't know what everybody thinks with this. I don't live there. Here's what happened, though. Ethan, after I visited his house and I showed the sticker and all of this, he went on the kill stream and he told people that I was going to be in big trouble because I might not know it yet. This is his words. Jesse might not know it yet, but may actually put in a restraining order against him, and so that's going to be bad for him. Well, now, I'm pretty sure you have to know there's a restraining order. I'm pretty sure you have to be served with a restraining order in order for that order to be any good. But Ethan, he doesn't think like you and me. He's got some fat on the brains. So Ethan called the police again, and he called to report that somebody had broken a restraining order against his fiancée. Me. So the cops were obviously interested in that, even though I was never served with the order. Now, here's what I think happened. Here's what I believe went down. Ethan got visited by cops 3 or 4 times that weekend, maybe even more. I can't remember how many times he was swatted. It was 3 or 4 times. And then, of course, he called the cops himself on me. And I was, again, to be clear, I was never served with a restraining order. And this is from back in January. I'm driving along and I get a stop. I got a little bit of a stop. I got pulled over and some information was read and some things came back, and the cop who pulled me over was a little confused. And he thought, maybe it's best I just take you in for a little bit of questioning, right? And so they take me in. And I've been in interrogation rooms before. Let me be clear. This is not new to the show. Me going to jail is actually boring at this point. I've been arrested live on air. I was investigated by the Secret Service. That was back in 2012. And then just a couple of years ago, YouTube had me arrested on terroristic threats. And every time, it turns out, Jesse did nothing wrong. Well, there's no difference happening this time. And once again, I was just held for 24 hours. But that 24 hours did change me. I think what happened, just to give you the long and the short of it, I believe it was simply confusion. Confusion over working with a different law enforcement agency. You know, it's 2 different agencies trying to figure out what's what. Trying to figure out, is he under arrest for vandalism? Is there any proof of this? Did anyone even ask for this? Is there a restraining order? Basically, what happened is, because I never got served, they didn't know what to do. They were just confused. And then with the swattings being called in, they're trying to figure out if this is all linked. So I just sat in a cell, rotting, sleeping with my head. By the way, people ask me, and thank you for asking about this, did I have to sleep on another cheese sandwich pillow? No, I did not. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to report this time we upgraded to ham. Thank you. We upgraded the ham, and I think that was in honor of Ethan. I tried explaining all this to them, but at the same time, you don't want to say too much to the police. You go, lawyer, lawyer, lawyer. And I demanded to speak to my lawyer. I got my phone call, and I'm not kidding. I called my lawyer, blackface lawyer, Nick Rekieta. I saved his number. And he has told me he is my lawyer, and I have gone to him about multiple legal things in the past, including this supposed restraining order. He told me, he gave me some advice on this restraining order thing. But Nick did not answer his phone.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
Y'all some retards.
So unfortunately, Nick was of no help to me. Basically, and by the way, I think this has happened every single time I've been arrested. Every single time I get arrested, I'm pretty sure what happens is the court or the police officers or whoever's involved, the last 2 times I went in, I never went to court. I didn't go to court over the YouTube thing. I didn't go to court over this. The first time I was arrested, it went to court. I had to go to court for like a year. I kept going in and out of court for like a year. And I'm pretty sure in every case, whether it's the judge or the sheriff or the police officer, someone along the line is reading what is supposedly happening with this guy. And they're going, I don't care. This is retarded. You know what? I would rather he committed a terrorist act and we just get it on the books. We see that it happened rather than figuring out whether or not some bullshit on the internet is real or not. I'd just rather that happen. I think that's what happened. From what I understand, though, and this is where it gets really funny for me, Ethan, with all of his bluster, with all of his big talk, I ain't scared, with all this stuff about how I'm going to be in big time trouble because of this restraining order, I was informed that the restraining order in question, even if it had been served, would have been up like 2 months ago. They only last for, I think, 15 days. So, even if they had served me, and even if I had broken the restraining order at a different time, at this point, when I went to film that truck, I did so completely legally. Let's effing go. There's nothing that could be done. I'm sorry. I don't know. Listen, I don't write the rules. I don't know the Virginia laws. I'm sorry, Ethan, but it turns out I am fully allowed to film your truck. Now, that said, I have no intentions of doing so again. I believe I pulled off one of the greatest pranks of all time, and I'm very satisfied with the results. When we come back from this, by the way, I'll give you a little bit more detail on what happened in jail.
Thank God. God Awful is back, baby. And the earth is flat, not round.
Pod Awful is back and it's fully legal, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm a killer gorilla.
I have autism. I can't help it.
Okay, so here's the thing, though. I tell you about the jail stuff and all that, but the fact is, I've been so many times now, and we've had so many stories about this. It's honestly kind of boring. I mean, I almost hate saying that, but really not much happened, and then I was just free to go. So it just sounded like it was going to be way more interesting than it was. So I thought I'd cut together something for you to give you kind of an idea of how it went for me. To the audio-only people out there, I apologize, but check out the video version, awful.tube. by the way, thank you very much to the complete fucking weirdo who got the pod awful fetus in a glass of Dr. Pepper tattoo just for this bit. That is a real tattoo. I threw it out there. I said, would anybody actually get this tattoo and film it just for this bit? Durkus Radis in our Discord, by the way, did it. So congratulations to him, and also
I have autism.
Obviously.
I can't help it.
I mean, truly insane.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
So thank you. There you go. That was my stint in jail. No, in all seriousness, though, I did have some life-changing experiences while I was in there. I had more time to think this time because I was less nervous. The last time I went to jail, it was, terroristic charges. It was pretty big. This time I could tell it was kind of a mix-up. And so I just used that time to think, and I realized a couple things. One, the irony of the fact that I was sitting in a jail cell right then. I'll tell you why that's ironic at the end of the episode, because it's actually all leading to something that I've been meaning to do, and we've been meaning to start this on the show for a long time, and we keep getting set back by these Ethan Ralph updates and everything else. So we'll come back to that, but it was extremely ironic that I was sitting there in that jail cell. And then I started thinking about it. I started thinking about, what am I really doing with my life here? What's really going on? And I started thinking, maybe there's some sort of higher calling. Maybe what I've been doing to these people on the internet, maybe they're right. Maybe this is gay ops. Now, I had it confirmed by the police. When they let me go, they did say that what I was doing was actually straight ops and fully based. But it still had me thinking. And I had been put in a jail cell with this guy named Abraham. And Abraham started telling me about God. Now, it's Easter Sunday, of course, and I have been an atheist for my entire life. I've never really taken this stuff seriously. Am I live, by the way? Is this live? Because it's telling me no data, which is bad. I don't like it when it says no data. So let me know in the chat room if this is still live or not. Super straight ops, they say. They say that to everyone. LOL. The longer this is live, the more likes it gets. Based and jail pilled. Uh-oh. Am I not live? All the data here. Hetero ops only. People are still talking, which makes me... Now it says excellent connection. Are we good? Did I drop out there for a second? It's live. You're live. I see the data. Live in hell. Okay, Christ is king. I want to be clear about this whole thing. I did find religion, and this is not one of those Christ is king sort of grifts that some people are known for. I would like to tell you the good news, but I only do so because I think it is not just good news, it is new news. You see, I'm talking to Abraham in jail, and he's telling me about what he believes, and he's sitting there reading the Bible, and he's explaining all this stuff to me, and I'm going, shut the fuck up, I don't give a fuck about this stupid shit. And then I realize, I think to myself, we've been jokingly saying that for a while now, there's some sort of mystical force out there on the internet that makes all of these crazy things happen. We call it Dear God. And I started thinking harder about it. I started thinking about the goons, and I started thinking about Ethan. I started thinking about lol cows and the farms and all of this stuff. And it hit me. It hit me that I had already had a religious experience before this. And in that moment, I saw God. In that moment, I was converted. I was changed. So brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell you the good news. I'm here to bring you the word of God himself, or should I say herself. Now, I'll clear that up in just a second, but I also thought of one other thing while I was in jail. I thought, well, I don't want to do the Christ is king grift, but I'm going to need some kind of grift, and I came up with something. I realized the culmination of this whole Ethan Ralph sticky situation, the whole stickers debacle, it needed to go somewhere. It needed one more thing, just a little punchline to everything. So I'm happy to retort that I've bought a website, that I purchased a domain name, and it's one you may have heard of before. It's aborttheretort.com. Now, we'll come back to the God stuff in a second, but obviously, if I'm going to talk God, I do have to grift first. So, aborttheretort.com was originally owned by a guy called Mr. Vickers. And if you're not familiar with Mr. Vickers, he's the father of the lady that Ethan Ralph fucked on camera with his big wobbly gun. And I'm pretty sure he is one of now 2 men I know who has watched his own daughter have sex. The first being the girl that I forced to get the tattoo of the fetus floating in Dr. Pepper. Her dad saw a picture of her with her tits covered in cum. That wasn't really my fault. Anyway, so I reached out to Mr. Vickers after I got out of jail. I said, hey, listen, man, I'm out. I'm out of jail and I need to do something with my life and we need to make something happen. And I realized I've been sitting on these Also Cox stickers for years now. I used to sell them. But it became annoying to do it. And now I've just had them sitting around. And because I no longer plan to go to Ethan or mess with him with the stickers, I need to get rid of these stickers. But I've only got a limited supply of them. So if you go to aborttheretort.com, and this is real, aborttheretort.com, you will find a web page with this where you can purchase your very own Also Cox stickers. Isn't that lovely? Wait, hang on a second. Let me reload this page because I think there's an update on it. Let's, there we go. That's a little bit better. Ethan doing finger guns. God's plan. You can see many examples of the Also Cox sticker here. And everybody was saying to me, Jesse, how come you did Also Cox? Why didn't you do something funny? Like you should have put on the sticker this. You should have put gun. You should have put my idea. Okay, you do it then, farmer. If you're the farmer, go milk the cow. I just already owned these stickers. And everyone's like, what does Also Cox mean? I don't know. Literally episode 3 of my show, we said, hey, we want to sell stickers. What should they say? And some guy said, Also Cox. And so we said, okay. That was 2009. That's how long I've had these stupid stickers. And I stopped selling them. But now I realize they might be in hot demand. Okay? So these are a premium sticker. They're going to cost a little extra. They're premium. You can buy as many of them as you like for $5 a pop, $5 a piece. No, there's no bulk discounts. There's a limited edition, only 30 available Also Cox stickers. They say Also Cox, they say podawful.com. You can see it right there on the truck. It says here, Ethan Ralph's favorite bumper sticker, now available for you to own. Limited edition, only 30 available. These premium stickers are guaranteed to have been driven cross-country from Dallas to Virginia and still have that new diaper smell. Stick them wherever you want and take photos pointing your finger guns at them. These stickers will most likely make it to your address after purchase. I'm pretty sure. Might be difficult if you are overseas, but each and every sticker purchased comes with our patented Gunt's House return address warranty.
That's not true!
No, it is true, Ethan. I guarantee you that if it doesn't go to your house, if it somehow does not make it to its intended recipient, it will go somewhere very funny. That's a guarantee I make to you. It says right here, this product is known to cause morbid obesity in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So that's it. 30 stickers, and then they're gone forever. Aborttheretort.com. It's as simple as that. And if you want a little piece of Ethan Ralph history, you can get it. Because again, I do guarantee you that these stickers made it cross-country in Ethan's truck. Just sitting there in the bed of his truck. Unnoticed, laying there, just scooped them up, got them, and now they're for sale. 30 stickers, $5 a piece, Also Cox, aborttheretort.com. And I do have to say this, Mr. Vickers was very kind to give over that domain to me. What the hell? Okay, I don't know what just happened there. Let's try. Oh, the website is down. Apparently, we have website down. Website down, everybody. Mr. Vickers was kind enough to get me that. I cannot fucking get rid of this screen. Why won't it let me get rid of this? What is happening? I keep running into this issue. Something that never used to happen before. There we go. Okay. Oh boy, I don't know what's going on. Maybe some update happened. Anyway, Mr. Vickers was kind enough to give me that thing. He asked me to tell you to follow him on Twitter. He's at Vicious Vickers, and he would like you to subscribe to his show, The Good, the Bad, and the Vicious. So please, I've never seen that show. I don't know if it's any good. I can't tell you like, yeah, it's great. He just did something nice for me, so I'm telling you the thing he asked me to tell you. He paid for this. He paid. He's now in the pizza fund. He asked for free pizza fund in exchange for aborttheretort.com, and now I own it. And anyway, I've never seen his show, so it might suck. It might be terrible, but here's what you can do. And this is what I plan to do when I go to check it out. Just keep reminding yourself in your head, remember that time he saw his own daughter having sex with Ethan Ralph? That's funny. And so even if the show is bad, you can sit there and go like, oh, this is fun. Remember that? Remember that horrifying event that happened to him? Anyway, the point is, I found God.
God entered my body like a body my same size. I know all of God's secrets. Would you now like to know what God thinks?
One apple. Is our God now.
And I do see non-stop visions from God. Do you want to get an answer on what God thinks from somebody that doesn't have God? Or do you want an answer from somebody that does have God? Click on the link.
So I was thinking about this, and then we'll get into the God part of this, because I do want to tell you about my religion. I did find a new religion. I was thinking about how Ethan bought himself that bowling trophy, and how he actually claims that he won it. He's claiming that the bowling alley bought the trophy for him, and that he won it fair and square. And it would delight me to no end to own the exact same bowling trophy. And so I plan to make that happen. So I made a call a little bit earlier to the bowling alley where the Kingpin Invitational happened. And this is what happened. Calling the bowling alley.
Lakes Lanes, Ashley.
Hi there. This is the Lakes Lanes at the Colony, right?
Yes.
Okay. I had a friend who held a tournament there, and he said that you guys provided a bowling trophy. Is that the case? Do you provide the trophy if there's a tournament?
Yeah, usually.
Oh, okay. Do you use someone specific to make those, or is it in-house, or how do you do that?
Yeah, we use someone.
You use somebody? If I wanted to get the exact same trophy made that my friend got, would that be possible? Like, could I work with you guys to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What would I have to do that?
You'll have to get in touch with Harrison. He's the one that does that.
Harrison?
Yeah, let me get your name and number and I'll send it to him.
Okay. So I gave her my name and number, and ladies and gentlemen, I will be getting that trophy. I will have also won fair and square the exact same way the Killstream Kingpin Invitational Trophy.
It's not true.
It is true, Ethan.
That's not true.
It is true. I promise you.
Rest in peace, Jeff.
Thank you, Mr. Mediker. So this is happening. I will be getting that trophy. And there's the proof, by the way, that he did pay for it. He paid to have the event at the alley. And part of the package, part of the way they set up these tournaments is they will get you the trophy. So that's included in the cost. So yes, Ethan Ralph absolutely did buy himself a trophy. Listen, I mean, it's a nation of of winners. Everybody here's a winner. It's a participation trophy. He was the only one still participating. Ethan, unfortunately, I think I'm done with him beyond that. I'm going to get this trophy, and I'm going to gloat about the trophy. I'm going to pose with it, and I'm going to show everybody how I'm a big winner too, and how I won also the Killstream Kingpin Invitational. Obviously, I'm going to do all of that, but I believe Ethan has officially, he hasn't jumped the shark. He's simply jumped to a new echelon of goon. That didn't, there we go. Goon. That was supposed to be more impressive. Goon. I believe that at a certain point, some lolcow, some goons, they sort of become like public domain. And they're no longer for like one guy to be covering all the time, you know? We have tons and tons of people that I want to be covering. I said this earlier, where I've got all these shows I have planned to do, and then we can never get to them because of these public domain lolcows and the crazy events that are happening. So I believe we're at the point now where with Ethan, I personally can call it quits. But unfortunately, that means I have to call upon you to do the legwork. And this is where my new religion comes in. Ladies and gentlemen, I bore witness to some amazing events in my life, but none more amazing, none more spiritually moving, brothers and sisters, than when I attended the arrest of Chris Chan. Now, you want to talk about a public domain lolcow. Chris Chan is the original lolcow, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Chan, I never cover Chris Chan. I rarely talk about Chris Chan because I was there for Chris Chan. I am from Chesterfield, Virginia, where he's from. For me, Chris Chan was not an internet lolcow. For me, he was simply one of the community. And now I realize that was basically like growing up in Nazareth and getting to know Jesus as a kid, that mysterious 33-year period no one talks about, from birth to death. And I realized something on this Easter Sunday. In fact, let's now refer to this new holiday, my brothers and sisters. The new holiday is upon us. It is Keister Sunday, and I think we know why it's Keister Sunday, considering the proclivities of both Ethan Ralph and Chris Chan. But let me tell you something I watched with my very own eyes in that moment at the exact point of Chris Chan's arrest. If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers, if you don't know, I was there. I was there too. You've seen the footage from Ethan Ralph, but perhaps you have not seen my take on this. Let me show you a little bit of the arrest from my point of view so that you can see with new eyes, so you can be delivered to the new truth. Because I can tell you, I saw the dimensional merge take place, and it is real, and it was good, brothers and sisters. So good.
Yeah, they're arresting Chris Chan here at the hotel. Chris Chan, what's up? Killstream, baby! When you get out, let's do the Killstream!
Now, I was following around Ethan Ralph, ladies and gentlemen. I'm an original, all right? I was not there for Chris Chan. No, sir. I've been through the blood and bone. I have seen trouble and strife. I'd known Chris Chan since the earliest of days, brothers and sisters. Yes, sir. And can I get an A-log in the chat? A-log. Can I get an A-log?
Look me up!
I actually saw Chris Chan come out of the tomb that is this motel before Ethan Ralph saw it. I have earlier footage that has still yet to be seen. But no, my brothers and sisters, no. That is not for your eyes. Those are the forgotten Gnostics, the lost gospels of Chris Chan. For I was there to witness the birth of Ethan Ralph in his full glory. Amen.
Tell them all about Josh Moon. That's who they want.
A-logs in the chat. A-logs.
Look up Ethan Ralph, Killstream. I live here in Richmond, buddy.
Go to church.
No, come to the Killstream first.
Ethan, I brought you stickers.
Yeah!
Ethan!
So there you can see I did walk amongst them. I was there. I bore witness. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a revelation. This is the book of Jesse. And I can tell you right now, what you're about to witness, well, I was a witness there too. Let me lay my hands upon you. Yes, sir. Let me get an A-log. Yes, sir. Let me tell you, I believe in one religion. And that religion is Christianity. Oh, I saw it. Saw the dimensional merge. You see, there is no more Ethan Ralph. There is now only Chris Chan. I watched as the man himself, the boulder, sat on top of that hill. He made it to the top of that hill, ladies and gentlemen, and he did not come down from that hill. No, he got that vantage point we all wanted to see. He saw Chris Chan enter the squad car.
Cool butt crack.
Also, this guy had a cool butt crack.
What's up? That's a famous person.
And you can hear Chris Chan telling the officers, telling them about Sonichu. Ladies and gentlemen, in Christianity, we believe in the mother, the daughter, and the holy Sonichu. Let me get an A-log. When Chris Chan transformed, when Chris Chan transfigured into Christine Weston Chandler, and it was good, let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, when he transformed, something happened, a miracle happened, a miracle on this earth. And that was the beginning, that was the birth, that was the Christmas of Christianity, and it all led to this event right here. Why, on Keister Sunday, there is no better time than to remember the dimensional merge as it happened and how it happened. Watch it through my eyes. Let me share the glory of Christianity with you.
Hey, officer. How's it going?
Support you, Chris Chan.
Yes, right. That's you. Oh
Believe
my
all
God.
women.
How famous is it?
Super. Look up Chris Chan on Google.
Is it currently?
The youth were there that day, and they came to me, and they grabbed the hem of my garment, and they said, "Who is that? Who is that lady?" And I said, "That is Chris Chan." And soon, Chris Chan will be the most famous lol cow of them all.
I think so. Yeah, you appear to be compliant.
Your goddess blue heart, and I continue to stand strong, and I maintain everything with Quickville and my Sonic everybody.
Yeah, you're live to about 3,000 people right now, Chris Chan. Well, don't. You're taking everything in stride. Said you're doing good.
Yeah, I keep it good.
And there you see on top of that hill, there he is, Ethan Ralph. And in that moment, I realized Ethan Ralph is wearing the garment of Chris Chan, the Shroud of Chan, the Stroud of Turin.
Doing good, feeling good. How's the last few days been? I know it's been pretty stressful.
It's stressful, but I've taken it one moment at a time, and I got my loves.
Well, that's good.
Did you dirty?
Oh, well, that's just the one thing. That's a kid. Feel free, just go ahead and take it. Just a picture of muffins from my little.
Your love quest is over, Chris.
I promise I was not thinking.
Because the love has now been spread to all of humanity. Brothers and sisters, can you feel the love?
It fell off my back. I did not want to lose it. And please, I would like that.
Hey, Ethan.
What's up, Jesse?
How you doing?
Boy, we almost missed it, huh?
I was following around the mall.
And in that moment, even Ethan Ralph himself from on high was able to look down upon just a man, a simple man, a man who was there to witness it all, but a man nonetheless. He was able to look down and he was able to see past our differences, ladies and gentlemen. That is the love that Chris Chan brought. And in that moment, because of that kindness, because of that love, brothers and sisters, that is how the dimensional merge was able to take place. You can see it. You can see it start to happening. You can see the dimensions merging. You can see Sonichu appearing. You can see Chris Chan ascending to that great plane.
Christine, this man does want to help you. Yeah, we were trying to get you on the show, but look, when you get out, look me up, Killstream. I don't know if you know who I am or not.
We're here to help you.
Christine did not know who he was, but in that moment, Christine knew 1,000 people. Christine knew 1,000,000 people. Christine could see and hear the voices, the faces of the masses. And in that moment, something lit up. Christine saw that shirt, that striped polo shirt. She realized what she had to do. She realized what must be done, the sacrifice that must take place, brothers and sisters.
We saw what Josh was doing to you, so we wanted to come try to talk to you.
Do you have anything else on you? I have nothing else on.
We got Chris Chan. We've got Ethan Ralph.
There you go. Christine, is the merge coming?
All right.
It's happening now.
It's happening now. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it with your own eyes.
The merge, it's happening right now, isn't it?
Merge the dimensions. Merge the dimensions, Chris.
Farewell, Chris Chan.
And there it is, my brothers, my sisters out there. If you don't believe in Christianity now, you just watch it with your own eyes. The devil's playing a trick on you. Chris Chan was wiped off the face of the earth in that moment. In that moment, Chris Chan, as you knew it, the corporeal being, the flesh, the blood, the bone, disappeared into that squad car, never to be seen again. You know, let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. I've talked the good word on this before. I proselytized to you about this before. I have always been on the side of the A-Logs. Listen, the Kiwi farmers out there, the naysayers, those who tell you that the truth is not...
It's not true.
They would tell you that A-logging, that being a ween is no good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you right now, there was a moment when the dimensional merge happened. It created a rift in space-time. It changed everything. There's now a before the dimensional merge and an after the dimensional merge. And listen, the only thing that we have different, the naysayers out there and the only thing we have different is our principles. And my principle has always been that the cows need to be milked. But as you could see here in these final moments, in the sacrifice of Chris Chan, the sacrifice that Chris Chan put on for you and me, my brothers and sisters, for the internet denizens of the world, Chris Chan sacrificed it all to make sure that there would be no rift anymore, to merge the dimensions and make sure that those out there who think that IRL is different from extremely online, well, there is no difference anymore, ladies and gentlemen. My brothers, my sisters, wake up. If COVID didn't tell you that there is no difference, when everyone on earth became extremely online, if that wasn't enough for you, Chris Chan in those final moments merged those dimensions and made sure that you knew that you were allowed to go out there. You were allowed to A-log. You're allowed. You're allowed to be a ween. You're allowed to troll. And you are allowed to straight And in that moment, a great force was released. I felt it. I saw it with my own eyes, and I felt it. A great force was released, and it flew up that hill into Ethan Ralph. Now, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, brothers and sisters. I believe in the great Christory of life, in the good book out there. The greatest moment in Chris Chan history was always the pickle-suited man. I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I know there are people out there that tell me, no, the greatest revelation was Liquid Chris. I know there are people out there who even think that maybe the idea guys had something wrong, but listen, let me tell you something right now. The dimensional merge, we needed it. Because in the old days, the before times, the old internet, you were allowed to go out there and put on a pickle suit. In that moment, Chris Chan disappeared into that squad car. They took Chris Chan off to a mental facility, which, by the way, I just discovered, in irony of all ironies, and if you don't believe in God after you hear this, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, then I don't believe in you, okay? You're not true.
That's not true!
It turns out that the anti-suicide tearaway gown they put on mental patients and prisoners, that's called a pickle suit. If you're telling me that's not dear God at work, if you're telling me you don't believe in the Mother, the Daughter, and the Holy Sonnet you, can I get an A-log? Then I don't know what to tell you. You are not my brothers and sisters. I hate to turn anyone away, but if you can't see what I'm seeing, if you don't see the magnificence of everything I'm talking about here, then I cannot help you.
Well, there goes Chris Chan into the Henrico County deputy's car here.
And Ethan could not be more right. Chris Chan was gone forever, but reborn from the ashes. Showing up again there at the top of the hill, transfigured, transformed, transsexual. Ethan Ralph was changed that day. Changed, my brothers and sisters. Ethan Ralph became the new Chris Chan. And a mighty church rang out. A goon alarm from heaven, from on high. Can I get an A-log? Let me tell you something right now. I feel it. I feel the Holy Sonnet you moving through me. I feel it, brothers and sisters. I feel it. Can I get an A-log? When the original Chris Chan laid down on top of the Virgin Barbara and thrusted, and he said, yea, verily unto thee it was good. And he looked her in the eyes and he said, it is finished. And he removed his unclit from the no longer Virgin Barbara. Well, let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. It says there in the good book, in the good word of Christery, it says right there that he looked into her eyes and he said, there will be a second coming. Now, theologians may argue over the intended meaning of that word, but let me tell you something right now. I don't think it means what those of you out there, the sinners out there, think it means. I believe it means there would be another coming of Chris. And I believe that coming is here. I believe that Ethan Ralph did it. I believe Ethan Ralph transformed that day. I believe that Ethan Ralph is in fact trans.
Sad! Pathetic!
Now you want to talk about milking a log cow? Well, what if I gave you 4 udders to do it? I think there's no easier cow to milk than a 4-uddered one. As you could see, wait, where did that go? As you can see, somewhere around here, I have no clue where that just went. That is, okay. That is kind of killing the vibe here. There we go. As you can see, Chris Chan herself, she came with some utterly milkable teats. But nobody could top the teats of the brand new Chris Chan, because in that moment, when Ethan Ralph was transfigured, when he was transformed, when he drank of the blood of Chris, he received a second pair of teats. Can I get an amen? As proven on the Keno Casino, as proven by Brother PPP, he did receive a second pair of tits. And this is what I'm telling you. Before the dimensional merge, that was the old breastament. This is the new breastament. In this time, there's a new rule. In this time, there's a new way. In this time, there's a new truth, my brothers and sisters. And that is that in the dimensional merge, IRL and online are the same. That is, a login is for everyone. It's okay to do. In that moment, Chris Chan entered Ethan Ralph's body like a body his same size, like me floating into you or you floating into me, my brothers and sisters. And he sacrificed it all. And now Ethan Ralph belongs to everyone out there. Ethan Ralph is the log cow of the entire internet. Ethan Ralph is Richmond, Virginia's log cow. If I can't get an A-log for that in the chat, I don't know what I'm doing up here. All right? Now, please, let me spread around the love and make sure you spread around the love and the wealth. I will be sending around a little basket, and you can put in your tips, okay? You can put your tips in the pizza fund, podoff.pizza, because immediately following this episode tonight, we will be going into a Pod Off the Show in the $6 level. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's tough out there. Ooh, Lord knows I know it's tough out there. But if you can't join for as little as $1, then what did Chris Chan even die for? What did Chris Chan even suffer for? $1 to join the Pizza Fund and immediately get access to an archive of banned content that totals into the amount of, I don't know, probably thousands of hours when it's finally all up there. But at this point, it's certainly 100 or more. 100 or more hours for $1, and you can't spare? You can't help the church of Christianity. And I know what you're thinking. Podoffle.pizza, by the way. Again, $6 level for the Pod Off the Show immediately after this. I know what you're thinking, Jesse. This sounds like bullshit. This sounds like you're making this up as you go along. Well, let me play you the rest of the video, because I think you might have missed a little something.
Don't let the boulder hit you. Chris, do not let the boulder hit you.
Podoffle.pizza.
Indiana Chris. The beginning of an era.
Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, this was last year. This was, I believe, early September. I believe it was right after September 11th, another high holy day in Christianity. Obviously, we've got 9/11 as one of the high holy days, and we have Easter Sunday. And all the way back then, I knew this. All the way back then, I had been lifted by the spirit of Sonichu. You see, Chris Chan entered that car and became Sonichu, became one with Sonichu. Dear God provided for that sacrifice.
This is insane. This is nuts. Wow, I can't believe it. It's happening. It's really happening. All right, thank you, officers. Salute you.
See, I knew back then. I knew then that I bore witness to something that was unreal. Again, I need to be clear. I have been following Chris Chan. I have been on this path, my brothers and sisters, since 2007. Since before there even was a Pod Awful. I've been following Chris Chan literally.
And everything that you do, all of your endeavors, thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
We love our cops, our law enforcement.
Goodbye, Chris. Wherever your next journey takes you. We love you, Chris. Just Google it. Chris Chan. C-H-A-N. Chris Chan. Wow, there he is. Look at that. He's about to roll down and hit me. Oh my God. Can you believe it? Unreal. Unreal. They arrested a celebrity. It's crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. You ever heard of Sonichu?
You ever heard of Sonichu? And as you can see, I was wearing the Chris Chan shirt that day too. So obviously, something happened. I was changed. I was changed that day. Who better to be the prophet of the internet? Who better to be the prophet of Christianity than me? In that moment, brothers and sisters, Ethan Ralph became Chris Chan, but I became Ethan Ralph. Think about it. I'm the new host of the new Kill Stream. Really, really think about it. If anybody was going to be the prophet of the internet's religion, it was probably going to be a guy that looks like this. And if you don't believe me, this has been on the books the whole time.
It's their car right here. It's a Sonichu mobile. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
I touched the holy license plate.
Look at that. Coexist. One day we will coexist. Ethan Ralph taking off scared right now. By the way, terrified.
A coexist bumper sticker. Just to show you the world's religions all there, all above Sonichu. Think about the symbolism. Think about it. Coexist, and then Sonichu right there below, because Sonichu is always watching. Doesn't matter what religion you're a part of, Sonichu is there, the holy Sonichu.
Look at that. See that? Look at that. Coexist. One day we will coexist. Ethan Ralph taking off scared right now.
He's running away going, Chris is Kang! Chris is Kang!
By the way, terrified. Go watch Ethan Ralph's stream.
Sad! Pathetic!
He's running away from me right now. It's crazy. It's insane. Wow. The dimensional merge. It's real. It's here. It's happening. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing now. What the point of any of this is. That was Ethan Ralph up there. He said hi to me. Ooh. Oh. It's cursed. It's completely cursed. Listen.
Now watch this.
Chris Chan is the original goon. And in that capacity, I believe that we owe her a great debt of gratitude. An amazing goon apocalypse is upon us now. I believe in one religion, and it's Chris Chan-ianity.
There it is, my brothers and sisters.
Chris Chan-ianity. The mother, the daughter, and the Sonichu.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. Podawful.pizza. Pizza, pizza. Podawful.pizza. P-I-C-C-A.
And let me tell you, brothers and sisters, I was watching the Kino Casino the other night, and I've been planning this episode. It's all been leading to this. It's all been leading to the new lolcow religion of Christianity. And I'm watching Kino Casino, and they had on Mr. Medicare, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the entire bit of tonight's show is said by Mr. Medicare. I'm losing my mind. He goes, I think at the dimensional merge, Ethan Ralph became Chris Chan. And I'm going, wait a second. No, that's my bit. What are you doing? No. So I need you to know I truly am the Earth's prophet. I truly am the internet's prophet here, because there you see, at the moment it happened, at the moment of the arrest, I made the connection. I told you. I bore witness. The news was good, and the news was, most importantly of all, true.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. But let me tell you why it's ironic that I ended up in jail. It's ironic that I ended up in jail for one reason. I have been hinting towards something big in the works here at Pod Awful for some time. And I did a little stream. It was kind of a confusing stream a little while ago where, and I told you at the end of an episode, I said I was going to tell you why I was out in the middle of nowhere doing something. I'd gotten lost. You might remember this. Let me play a little bit of the stream for you so you know what I'm talking about. Just a little bit here. This is called Show Delay, I'm Lost. I was out making a business deal, all right? And when you're the new host of the new Killstream, when you're the new Ethan Ralph, and when you're the guy who's going to now own the Kingpin Invitational Trophy, you're out there wheeling and dealing, okay?
I hope this is fucking working.
So it was a very strange video.
See if anybody shows up here.
I was in the dark. I was waiting for an Uber. And of course, this is when I got picked up by the Uber and they wouldn't let me go. They wouldn't let me out of it.
I am fucking lost. And see me if I stand here. There's so little light pollution, I can actually see the stars. I could navigate my way by the stars.
See, I was out in the middle of nowhere because I had to be. Because what I was doing, I was trying to make a purchase. I was out there to make a purchase.
Hoping we would get a nice little fun Uber ride going. Anyway, so, yeah, musical anhedonia. I've got that. I also have regular anhedonia.
So I was just responding to some comments in the chat, and then this is how it ends. This is the mystery ending here.
Yeah, okay. You're the Uber guy? Do you mind if I I'm live streaming right now. Do you mind if I record? No.
Okay, so the guy says no, I get in, and then I had a terror ride from hell after that. Now, you know that part of the story, but I never told you what happened. Why was I out there? What was I doing? In the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, where there's no good signal? Well, I'll tell you. All of these events, watching Chris Chan, the world's top lolcow, get arrested, realizing that all of these people like Ethan Ralph are getting away with crimes, and I do mean crimes all the time. They're just allowed to get away with it. I mean, Mersh. Think about Mersh, okay? The Earth's Mersh. He's out there falsely reporting me and Porcelain and the internet for bullying. For cyberbullying. Maybe it's time that we stop relying on SWAT teams. Maybe it's time we stop relying on Detective Tiffany Dobbins. I realized a lot of these lolcows need to be retired. Not just Chris Chan. A lot of them need to be put away for good. Because, I'll be honest, and this is a little sneak peek to something else. One of our lolcows, and I've been sitting on this for a while, one of our goons, one of Pod Awful's personal goons, this is one that I own. One of them is a confirmed and provable paranormal pedo guy.
Pod Awful 1! Pod Awful 1!
That is not meant to be a clue as to who I'm talking about, but we do have a pedo guy in our ranks. And this isn't a joke. This isn't I've got nothing else. I'm falling back on the internet's laziest insult. Oh, he's a pedo. No. This is true. We have proof of it. And I don't think the police are going to do anything about it. I don't think the rest of the internet is going to do anything about it. So it's time for Pod Awful to start doing something about it. When the goons commit crimes, Pod Awful is going to be there. I was in the middle of nowhere buying a prison. I bought a prison. And on the next episode of Pod Awful, the next free episode of Pod Awful, we're going to start putting our prison to good use. It's time to start locking them up. This Wednesday in the Pizza Fund, we will be doing a dick measuring contest as well. Join the Pizza Fund, podawful.pizza. For our Wednesday shows, it's the $12 level. For our Pod After shows, like the one we're doing immediately after this, it's the $6 level. And for the archives of shows no longer allowed on YouTube, it's the $1 level. It's simple as that. Podawful.pizza. Until next time, have an awful day.
It's not true.